is I need to plug my headphones into the jack so I don't have any music or sound coming through during the podcast. Ah!
Oh no.
Oh, fuck, that hurt. Okay. There we go. Oh.
You sure?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Sam Grizzle!
Is it a grizzle?
It's a grizzly Sam.
Ugh.
What is... Hold on. Something up with that chat box?
I mean, there's a chat box.
Yeah, but it's like weird looking.
Or people can chat. And
I know, but look, the box is actually... The dimensions are all wrong.
The chat box is not the correct chat box. It's very sad.
No, the chat box is wrong.
It's a rogue chat box.
It's a rogue chat box. I want the... Let's do it down to this. Do it down to this. Yes. And then what we do is we make it larger.
How large can it go, sir?
Much larger.
Streams.
Huh?
Mm.
What?
I'm just seeing what the stream. Aha. Yes.
Larger.
Larger, faster, stronger.
Meeker. Zealeus XX had to talk into his microphone.
I have a microphone?
Microphone.
Is that what this giant red ball in front of my face is, sir?
Microphone.
I do not understand the words that are not coming out of your mouth.
Microphone.
I'll microphone this.
Microphone.
Why do you keep on pausing? Piece of junk.
Because I keep saying microphone.
Okay. I mean, that could be one reason.
Microphone. Why do you keep pausing it, dude?
No, I'm trying to fast forward. Because it's like a minute behind. It's very bizarre. That's weird. All right, I give up.
Hold on.
Like, it keeps on, like, stopping at, like, 40 seconds.
Weird. We are still alive. Sam, you still there?
And actually, it never showed what I typed in.
Weird.
It's so silent. It's kind of creepy. I don't want to say anything. Like, I might disturb.
Are you doing some what was it? ASM?
ASL?
No, it's the creepy, like, whispering stuff.
Get the ASL of the chat room.
I ate the pizza. It was delicious and scrumptious. You know, the creepy stuff. I have to turn my volume way up. I can hear you fine at 11. 11?
11 out of how many?
Hold on.
Is that not the question?
1 second.
You wait 1 second.
But of course. How about meow? Meow. I see your test.
Ah, much better.
And that text is still way too small.
Yeah, it like looks weird.
I know.
But like, you see how like you only see like the first letter of the name? It's like...
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
It's
That something's wrong with the chat box.
What happened to the chat? Oh no!
I don't know, but something happened to it. Okay, so he says that we are too soft. Let's see here. Let's try this now. Is it a little bit higher, a little lower?
Do you like it high, Sam? Get it nice and high. Turn it all the way up to maximum voltage.
That's just weird.
I mean,
Seriously, what the fuck is
that's
going
all
on?
it is. It's just voltage, man.
You're weird. Okay, so let's change this to...
Y'all never saw this.
Hell yes.
I never actually seen it.
Yes, I have.
Well, you're a better man
like-
than I.
This one goes up to 11. Well, why? Why? Because was it louder or something like that? And the guy's like, so why don't you make 10? Why don't you make 10 louder? No, this one goes up to 11. It's Christopher Guest. Oh God. I can't remember who the other guys are.
Christopher Walken.
No, it's not Christopher Walken.
I have no idea. Tom Cruise.
No. Okay, I don't know what's going on with that chat box. So I'm gonna make a new chat box real quick because
A new chat box.
I don't know what the hell's going on. It's like all kinds of janked up and stuff. What the hell is Chatbox 2?
Ah. I think that went downhill.
No, I accidentally still had both chat boxes there.
Ah. Aha. It's still wackadoodle. Wait.
Still messed up. I don't know what's going on. Do it again. No, I don't. Oh God, Jesus! Maybe it's the font size, because that looks huge.
Yeah. Try reducing the font size. That's a good call. Font size 12.
14.
Didn't help.
Nope, did not.
It's like the font size changes, but not like the handle.
All right, let's make a brand new chat box.
Like that looks normal in the preview.
I know. So let's make a new one.
Yeah.
We'll call it Chatbox
Master.
Redo. But like cool style one.
Are we gonna do a cool chat box?
Here, type something in. Someone's typing shit in. Okay, that's you right there. See? So if I put that,
Whoa!
so the question is,
Do we have to redo the font size again?
I don't want to. The thing is, I don't want to fuck up the.
Handle again?
If I change the width to, I don't know. So I said 600. So I'd say 400. I love eyeballing stuff. That sounded wrong. All right, type again. We're gonna get this, damn it. See, look how small that font is, though.
What if you increase the font again?
This is font size 14.
Which was that before?
All right,
At
so
one time.
let's try the 20. Hit it. Oh, sorry. I got to actually. There you go. Now try it. But now it's. What the hell is going on? Look at this. Angelus! See,
Wait, what if you make it big? Oh, but then never mind.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
we're having issues with our chat box here. You know what I mean?
Our chat box says tiny. All right, go to settings again, just for fun.
Yeah.
Properties, settings. Font settings. Yeah, I like font settings. Scroll down. Did you already? Let's go up to like 60 and see what happens.
What?
Go up to 60.
Jeez almighty, dude.
No, too much.
No, I'm telling you that it should be like, there we go. Right there, 15. Right? No. See, what the hell is going on? Tiny chat day. Tiny chat day.
But now it doesn't like.
What the hell changed? That's what I want to know. No, it's got to be the visual setting. Let's change it to, hold on. Twitch.
Huh.
Okay, now type.
But change the right side of the box so it's like.
I know. Now the problem is if I'm hoping that by changing the the width. I'm not going to screw anything up.
You won't. I'd say 200.
We'll do 200 is fine. All right, that's 200.
Which is what we want, right?
All right, type it.
Is that legible by the audience? That's the key.
Can you read? That's a very open-ended question, and this is slightly off.
I mean,
Actually, you know what? Here, I'll show you the.
Yeah.
It will be sufficient. Okay, let's just actually let's do this.
let's do it.
Let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. We're actually going to do this now. No problems. I ran into a problem. Put the chat box above the intro. Bravo, Charlie.
We can chat while broadcasting.
And let's try this again.
That's fine.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Yelta Confusion Thursday Night Hangout.
So, did you drive your Arc home in the nice torrential downpour?
My arc?
Have you seen the torrential downpour that is outside right now?
I heard it.
Oh, it's coming down. My shoes got flooded on the way in. It was very depressing.
Well, that sucks for you, I guess.
I had no idea. All of a sudden, I walk out of school. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I had no idea there was like any precipitation there.
Well, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this, of course, is the Alta Confusion Thursday Night Hangout. This is a show that hopefully we do every single Thursday, but, life seems to get in its way, but we're here Thursday.
What is life?
And this, of course, is a show for you, by you, you, the audience, ladies and gentlemen, you beautiful, amazing people, provide us with topics, and then we try our best to discuss said topics.
No, I've never actually seen anybody in the audience.
Yes, you have.
Who have I seen?
You seen Angelus?
Oh, MomoCon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I stand mistaken as you.
And then, like, Needle Boy when he's there, or whatever his name is these days.
WK47.
Yep. Anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, I, of course, am your host, Charlie. I'm joined once again by the prolific comer himself, Zealeus.
Greetings, good people.
So, ladies and gentlemen, of course, this past Saturday was a big day for many people out there, and that, of course, is because the Extra Life game day occurred. I am happy to report that I played all 24 hours, and I raised over $250.
What?
For,
You didn't embezzle that, did you?
No.
Okay.
For Extra Life. Now, the beautiful thing is that as of the 5th, so 2 days ago, Extra Life Atlanta, in particular, had raised $111,250. So that is huge. I'm happy that I was able to add to that amount, and it's a great, it's a lot of fun. Now, if you did tune in at any point, you did notice that Zealeus was here for but a wee moment. He definitely played some Diablo.
I played some Diablo 3. I played some Dicey Dungeons. I played One Deck Dungeon.
Yep.
And I pretty much died in all of them. It's glorious death over and over and
Isn't
over.
that what games usually are? You just die a lot?
But I like to win and feel overpowered, like I have the wrath of God behind me, and there's no stopping me.
Now, of course, the games that I was scheduled to play kind of changed simply because of the audience that I had live at my house, and that, of course, is my children, my 3-year-old and my 7-year-old. So I wasn't able to play, more violent-like games.
Why don't you just put a blindfold on them?
Yeah, that wasn't going to work.
Ah. Take their eyes out?
So what I ended up doing was playing a lot of Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. And then I also played a lot of Luigi Mansion 3.
Which I've heard is a good game.
Oh, it's fantastic. I'm still playing it. I'm getting really far in the game. It's the kind of game that there's definitely a challenge to it, but it's one of those things that the level of frustration will rise, but then when you have you're going to have that aha moment.
Mm-hmm.
You have this like such a sense of satisfaction that you're like, all right, and now I'm, basically reamped to continue to play this game.
How was the Lego game?
It's good. You know, it's I kind of have I kind of have trouble trying to complete the storylines that are presented because basically you are in like a free play zone going into different areas. Um, so what ends up happening is I basically try to find all the hidden things within an area,
Of course.
and then I switch the character out, which you could do on the fly, thank God, to try to solve whatever, to like unfreeze someone or to build something to make something else happen, or uh, power a generator, something like that. So the funny thing is, I feel like if you were when you play the game, like I said, you use different superheroes to do different things, but I feel like Iron Man and Doctor Strange literally get a shit ton of love because like every single stage I've been in is like, oh yeah, you can't do this because you don't have Iron Man right now, or you can't do this because you don't have Doctor Strange right now. I'm like, then give me.
Well, they got special powers, man.
I know, but it's like
Iron Man's cool.
maybe, and there's like a couple ones that you have to have Black Panther for, but it's like literally almost every single thing has, oh, this is an Iron Man piece and this is a Doctor Strange piece, and it's weird because I mean there's some Captain America stuff, but the vast majority is Iron Man.
It's pretty balanced towards. Well, he's the most popular Marvel superhero right now.
We're gonna poll the audience, ladies and gentlemen. Who do you think is the most likable, famous, most approachable?
Well, it's definitely not Iron Man then.
No, it's not Iron Man. To be honest with you, I feel like it's Spider-Man, especially since Tom Holland basically somehow magically worked the deal so that Sony Sony and
DC.
And Marvel,
sorry.
Jesus, will stick together so that there is some continuity. And of course, for those out there, I believe they also, speaking of Spider-Man, they announced Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2, I want to say 2022?
That's the animated one, though, right?
Yes. Which, the first one, phenomenal. I loved it.
I think I'd enjoy having a beverage with Thor.
Yeah, that was Endgame, but yeah.
I mean, granted, he'd probably drink us all under the table because he's a god and all, but still, why not?
Okay, so does he just have like a really fast metabolism, or can he? But he can get drunk though.
Yeah, I wonder how much but with his
what's
endurance,
his limit?
He's probably like an Andre the Giant type of limit.
Oh Jesus!
Who, if you don't know, Andre the Giant is legendary for the amount of beer he drinks.
He would drink an entire case of wine.
I mean, he probably has like
Ooh.
if they kept track, he probably would have like the Guinness Book of World Records for like the highest blood alcohol content without like dying.
No, Angelus, I hear what you're saying. You'd rather hang out with Loki than Thor, but who's to say that the Thor you're with isn't Loki in disguise?
And let's be honest, if you're to hang out with Loki, you probably would not come home with any money, or your wife,
or your identity.
That's true. Yeah, Loki would scare me. Like, legit. Like, Thor would just be a fun guy. He might actually hit you with his hammer a couple times when he gets a little tipsy. Loki would just take everything from you.
Yeah, well, whatever.
And you might not even know it, though.
True. So, let's see here. Let's see. Superheroes. I'm trying to think if there's any transition here. I don't have a transition. So we're just going to go to it.
Who would you not want to hang out with?
From the Marvel.
We'll just stick with Marvel for now, yes. What superhero, protagonist, would you not want to hang out with?
Hulk.
Which
Banner.
version? Which version of the Hulk?
Ruffalo?
No, I was talking like normal human state or like I am green?
Both.
Okay.
The overly emotional, sensitive, woe is me, I want to be my own monster. It's
Isn't
the
that a
Debbie
question
Downer.
we all ask ourselves? We
He's a
not
Debbie
want to be the
Downer.
monster.
It's a Jekyll and Hyde thing. I mean, really. Anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, for those out there who perhaps play pencil and paper RPGs, something like Dungeons and Dragons, or say Capers, or Mergers and Acquisitions, or Pugmire, or Monarchy of Mal.
Yes.
Some probably, if you're like super duper into that, you've probably heard of something called Critical Role. Critical Role. Ooh, Angela says Hawkeyes. Wait, quiet and broody.
Well, it depends
and
which version.
Chances are you're probably gonna have to hang out with his kids and his wife. His wife, I'm okay with. The kids,
I mean, they seem like a pretty normal family, other than having what's the evil samurai guy? Like, there's a term for what he became.
the what?
No, like there's a term for what he was, like in Endgame.
Mm.
When you're like an evil samurai, he goes around killing everyone. Like, there's a specific term for that. I can't remember what it is now, though.
I don't know. But anyways, so for those out there who probably are, I mean, if you're huge into pencil and paper, you've probably heard of something called Critical Role. And of course, role is spelled as Ronin.
Yes, Ronan, thank you.
ROLE. Critical Role is something that is spearheaded by Matt Mercer as the DM, and it's these, it's basically a Dungeons and Dragons long-term campaign, and they've done YouTube episodes of it. Well, they did a Kickstarter to basically bring one of their seasons to animated form. And of course, it broke like all types of records for Kickstarter. And it turns out that because of the massive success of that Kickstarter, Amazon has decided, hey, by the way, we are going to have 2 seasons for you. So the thing is called Legend of Vox Machina, whatever you want to call it. It's based on the storyline of the group's long-running role-playing show.
It's also a very popular cosplay at conventions.
What, Critical Role?
Oh, yeah. See a lot of people with Critical Role, especially the blue person. I don't know. I've never seen it. I don't know the characters.
To be honest with you, I've never seen Critical Role. The closest I get to Critical Role, and by the way, if you have not heard of this, you need to find it. I don't know how you can find it, but there's something called Harmon's Quest. It's one of the guys behind oh my gosh,
Martin Morty. Martin Morty.
God dang it! No, you. Hold on.
Maniac Mansion.
No.
Twilight Zone.
It's Rick and Morty. There we go.
There
Rick
we
and
go.
Morty. One of the guys behind Rick and Morty, he has like a Dungeons and Dragons type thing where he has a guest actor come in for an episode, and they play basically like I mean, they're a character that's just, it's basically like a plot character. It's like this guy will help you do this.
Sure.
And it's interesting because a lot of the actors or actresses that come on there, they basically, they got to roll with the punches. They get a little bit of information how you're supposed to push the story. Of course, you're not supposed to tell any of the players, and then you could kind of craft your own spin on the character. And it's interesting because a lot of the actors and actresses they do very well, and then other ones you just see that they're just like so out of their element, it's not even funny. But it is quite humorous. I highly recommend that you find Harmon's Quest, and I just put HARMON. Yep, Harmon's Quest.
Not to be confused with Dan Harmon. Community.
Yeah, his name is Dan Harmon.
I said not to be confused with Dan Harmon.
Okay. Is there an actual character on?
No, he's just the guy he's like the director or producer, whatever it is.
I'm trying to tape with my non-dominant hand. This is going over well.
Oh, that's funny. So he's the same guy who does Rick and Morty.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Wait, what? I'm so confused now.
I told you, the guy who does Harmon's Quest is one of the creators of Rick and Morty. So if you like, and he's also the executive producer on Community. It's the same guy.
I didn't know it's the same guy. Like, it's all coming I'm a little bit slow. All right, give me a break here.
Oh my God, Zealeus. You're so embarrassing.
I try.
But anyways, Dan Harmon, which I think at this point you could tell, has a very interesting and good sense of humor. He's got his own little
Harmon's Quest. It makes sense now.
Yes. Dan Harmon and his celebrity friends get together to play a fantasy role-playing game, which, of course, they don't really name, but it's like, it's Dungeons & Dragons.
And Elizabeth Olsen's in it?
She was in one of the shows.
Nice.
There's Elizabeth Olsen's been on there. Patton Oswalt's been there. I mean, there's been a ton of really good ones. So I highly recommend you find out about Harmon's Quest if you find it. All right, now, since I went off on a tangent, oh no, we're talking about Critical Role.
It's not really a tangent. It's related to games.
So let's talk about, stuff online, internet, that kind of craziness.
Well, isn't the show streamed online?
Indeed. So I've got two stories about streamers here. The first one is about a gentleman by the name of Courage, Jack Dunlap. He is one of the foremost Fortnite streamers out there, and apparently he is jumping the Twitch ship to go to, and I shit you not, YouTube Live.
Wait, YouTube Live still exists?
Okay, so YouTube Gaming no longer exists. YouTube Live, which apparently has the same effing logo as YouTube Gaming, is trying to follow suit of what Mixer's doing by, kind of holding on to exclusive talent.
So YouTube still has live streaming, in which they're still trying to stay in the gaming business, even though they don't have YouTube Gaming as its own business anymore, basically.
YouTube Gaming is dead. They're putting emphasis on
YouTube
live streaming. They don't want to be put in that box about only gaming. They want to be able to do more than gaming. But let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, life is a game. It's a terrible board game, but in reality, it's probably terrible.
Would you like wheat, stone, or wood this turn, sir?
Okay, we're not playing Settlers. But anyways, it's interesting. I wonder, they probably didn't say how much money.
Well, it's a money thing, of course.
No, I know, but I was wondering how much this guy is benefiting from it. Because, last week we were talking about how YouTube really doesn't have to jump into the mix because they're hosting all of the replay videos.
But now I guess they want the live content too.
Well, of course.
They want it all. Google wants to own the world.
So, speaking of Fortnite, there was a YouTube star named Jarvis who has been banned for life.
For life?
From Fortnite.
That's a long time to be banned.
So it turns out, this guy apparently is a prominent YouTube streamer, YouTube streamer, and basically Epic Games came down with the permaban hammer. Yes, aimbots. That's what got him.
My hand is an aimbot.
So basically to show how awesome he is, he used aimbots. Now, Epic has stressed it's a non-tolerance policy for using cheating software. So
is he using it on a competitive level, or is he doing it to show how?
Just online.
What does him using an aimbot show how awesome he was? I'm very confused.
Well, in casual games, you're still, rising above the rest by killing everybody because you can't miss.
But if he's that good, did he need an aimbot?
No, he's that good because he has an aimbot. So basically, now a lot of people have come out and said, yeah, he claimed only casually. And I'm from what I've been able to find out, he's just a casual gamer, and he just liked to show his expertise, thanks to an aimbot that was, working behind the scenes. Now, there of course has been a lot of chatter about the fact that there was some players in a pro tournament that got a temporary ban.
Ooh.
And they were able to come back and play. And the reason for that is their cheating was that the players were teaming, basically cooperating with each other when they're supposed to be rivals. So basically, they
were throwing a game?
No. They made an alliance. Which, it's everyone for themselves. You're not supposed to be like, oh, by the way, we're going to go back to back and just kick the shit out of everyone.
So it's basically like every story ever told?
Yep.
Okay. When it comes to aimbot, I'm fine with that being a lifetime ban, to be honest. I mean, you're clearly, you're using an aimbot in an online, casual or competitive, whatever it is. You're obviously using a third-party tool to break the system in a way that it was not intended.
Agreed. And I know a lot of people
So
are like,
I'm
well, it's casual. What's the harm in that? The harm is that he's playing against people who aren't using an aimbot.
Yep.
And there's a very good chance that you're going to lose some of your user retention simply because you got this guy who can't miss, and you've got someone who maybe is hitting 20% of the time and going, well, fuck, I can't. There's no way I could compete with this guy. Why the hell am I even trying?
Well, it's even in a casual environment, people still want to win.
Right.
Like,
absolutely.
it's still in a 99-person environment. Like, yes, it's not ranked, but you still want to play well. And I agree that it's also, if you're a player, you're a casual player, right? And you learn that somebody else is using an aimbot, and you learn that, like, basically they're
or
not,
any type of third-party software that's giving them an unfair advantage.
and you learn that they're not banned or anything, then what incentive do I have to play if I know the people I'm playing against could potentially be having an unfair advantage?
Agreed. There was a story, maybe a little less than a year ago, about a girl, a streamer, who got caught. She had some sort of third-party software that allowed her to see through walls.
Oh,
You couldn't see
wall
it.
hack.
Yeah, it was a wall hack. You couldn't. She basically, the entire thing was on a second monitor, and what happened was she was live streaming and she alt-tabbed, and all of a sudden everyone's going, "What is that?"
Interesting.
So yeah, no, I'm I understand that people shouldn't take shit seriously in casual matches, but the fact of the matter is people do.
Mm-hmm.
Which is one of the reasons why I stopped playing Smite, is because I'm okay at Smite. I probably, if I kept playing, I'd probably be pretty good. But it was just infuriating when you're playing a casual game and people are trying to critique you like you are a pro, and I'm like, nope.
Well, that was always a big issue, and that's why I stopped playing. No, yeah, it was Smite. It was because of the toxicity in the game of a PvP-oriented game where people are flaming you, even though, as you put it, you're playing in a casual, non-ranked game, and people are, like, up in your ass over it. It just wasn't fun anymore.
Well, I mean, that's
point.
literally why I stopped playing
Paladins?
Conquest.
Or Conquest? Yeah, Conquest is like,
It's the, was it 5v5?
Yes.
Yeah, 5v5. You got to take the 6 towers down, the three phoenixes, and then the Titan. I couldn't play that because you got to be 100% efficient, or you're the reason we're doing poorly. Exactly.
Nobody's dying in the game. It's your fault, DPS.
Look, the thing is,
LTP.
So if you were to look at my Smite account, I had a very high level ranking. That's because I played a shit ton of Joust, Arena, and whatever the one is that's the single run. I can't remember what it is.
I have no idea.
It's the one where you're assigned random gods. But anyways, and that's what that play mode is why I quit. But I can't play Conquest because I don't really understand the terminology. Like, I understand what a mid laner, what a jungler is and whatever, but I don't actually understand, like,
the meta.
Yeah, exactly, the meta. And so being constantly critiqued about, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong, you're doing this wrong. I'm like, dude, I've never done this before, so I never do that.
Well, I feel like that's also one of the dilemmas with a game like Smite or League of Legends is you can get drawn out in a game that becomes 50 minutes to an hour game.
Yes.
And if you're playing with somebody, let's just say you're playing with Zealeus, and you know very quickly they're a terrible jungler and they're never going to do anything, you know you're going to lose the game because of them. They can be a little bit frustrating. Whereas a game like Overwatch, if you're in a really bad game, it's over in 5-10 minutes at least. At least it's a quick, it's painful, but it's over pretty quick. Whereas like Conquest, that damn game can drag on forever sometimes. That game mode.
That's you're in competitive mode, a Conquest, you're looking probably bare minimum of like 30 minutes. And it could go out to much, much longer. And you're right. I mean, one of the reasons why I liked playing Paladins was that even if we had a bad player or someone go completely off the rails, at least it'd be over quickly.
Yeah. But even like in Overwatch, there's an issue with banning players who are Smurfs.
Yeah.
Because you get to, if you don't know what a Smurf is high-level players who basically
masquerading as low-level players.
They create a new account usually, and they play as level characters, and they face dump everyone. And Blizzard supposedly sometimes bans accounts for that. And that's a lifetime ban because it's
Oh,
against their
Blizzard.
policy.
It's called Assault. That's the one.
Mm.
It's a single lane. Everyone on Smite, everyone's assigned a random god, 5 gods to each side, and I can't tell you how many people are like, "You suck at this character. You should never play. You should uninstall your game right now." I'm like, dude, it's randomly assigned.
And how many gods are there in Smite now?
Oh Jesus, I don't even know.
That's a lot. Like I feel like they're always releasing new gods. Although the new skins, like I still follow the Smite subreddit. I don't know why, because I haven't played in years. But it looks like the new skins are freaking awesome.
106.
Wow. That's just too many to know what to do.
Look, I understand. Like you know, you want to keep like adding new, content, but at some point, adding additional characters. I mean, by now, like the water has to be so. I don't want to say polluted. I want to say
Diluted.
diluted. There we go. Diluted. That's the word I'm looking for. Because seriously, like how different are these characters?
How many
at this point?
skills of pressing one can you truly come up with?
Or better yet, how is 106 gods evenly balanced?
It's not. You know
It's
that's
not.
not possible.
The thing is, look, you're going to see. Just watch the pros and look at their god pool or their character pool, and just focus on those guys. Like
The S plus tier gods.
I mean, this is fucking ridiculous. It's just too many.
Mm.
Too gosh darn many. But anyways, so someone using a cheat bot of any kind, I mean, I understand it sucks, but you did it to yourself, sir, and so
Back in my day, you had to cheat by either A, unplugging your friend's controller, or B, looking on their mini map in GoldenEye.
I don't look at the mini map. I just look at your screen. There is no mini map.
Well, yeah. Good
Screen
point.
watching.
Screen watching. Thank you. Stop looking at my screen, man.
Screen watching and spawn sniping. Or spawn camping.
Wow.
Whatever you want to talk about.
There's nothing wrong with either. It's all fair.
Oh, come on, man. Just let me play the game a little bit. Ah.
Your job is to die in my hands.
But anyways, speaking of games and laws and rules, it turns out that the China gaming regulator has published some new rules for minors.
There's a China. Well, of course, there's a Chinese regulation for everything.
Screen
probably.
peeking is encouraged in the manuals of a lot of Nintendo 64 games. Absolutely.
Yep.
Because they're,
That's how you kept track of where your opponents were and you, if they could
Exactly.
see you.
You just memorize the map, and so you can just take quick, brief looks and go, oh, yeah, I know you are.
But you know what that actually really makes me miss?
Hmm.
Game manuals.
I've got some. You want some?
No, you know what I wish I still had that I really miss?
What's that?
Civilization 2 was the
Jesus,
giant,
that fucking map.
the giant unfoldable text
I
skill
know,
tree.
it took you.
You see, yeah.
Zealeus had a in his bonus room. There was a slanted roof or slanted ceiling.
Yeah, it was still the
and-
roof, but yeah.
And he like had the I mean, it was just like the entire fucking ceiling piece was just this intricate. Like, well, if you do this and do that, and then you could get this achievement. It's like, oh my god.
It was awesome. Or like you have like the game manuals from like Master of Magic or the game manuals from Neverwinter Nights. You know, the big spiral bound one.
Hold on, no.
You had to go look through all the
What
spells.
was,
you could
well,
play them.
damn it. I just thought about. There's a manual that's like this. Any of the flight simulator manuals. That's a dictionary.
Well, remember the original DRM was the original.
Turn to page 5.
Yes.
Third sentence, 6th word.
What was it? Eye of the Beholder did that.
So many games did that.
I remember Eye of the Beholder specifically.
King's Bounty did it.
Yes. Yes. Oh,
It's the precursor to Heroes of Might and Magic, but ladies and gentlemen.
that's wow. That's a game. I remember playing that in your second floor room.
Mhm.
Yep, it's a good game.
King's Bounty, Heroes of Might and Magic, Disciples.
There's like Disciples of There's like another thing with Age of Magic or Mage of Wonders or something like that.
Yes, Age of Magic.
Age of Magic.
Mhm.
The classic 4X games. What they
Age
are.
of Wonders too, as
So
well.
there's many
Yeah, there's
ages.
many a age. There's probably some Age of Warlords and Age of.
Age of Camelot, which I know
think
is
it was-
actually a game.
I think it was actually an MMO.
I think you're right.
Anywho, so let's talk about some laws, rules, stuff coming out of China. So basically, there's a new rule from the State Administration of Press and Publications,
That sounds
SAP for short.
That sounds like something out of like that Harry Potter. Who's the Dolores Umbridge would have created? That sounds like one of her ministries.
Probably. Anyways, it includes the expansion of the existing real name identification policy to all games on all platforms.
Oh, wonderful.
Users will be required to verify their age by registering in a game with their real name, which will check it against the database to determine if the player is a minor. The existing database will additionally be updated, making it more difficult for minors to bypass it with fake ID numbers. Those determined to be minors, under 18, will be restricted to gaming an hour and a half per day, more restrictive than the current 3-hour limit,
Ooh.
or 3 hours per day on holidays. They will not be able to play during the hours of 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. Additionally, players under the age of 8 will be prohibited from spending real money in games. Those from ages 8 to 16 can spend a maximum of 200 RMB a month and RMB 50 on a single transaction, and ages 16 to 18 will be limited to 400 RMB per month. Players determined to be younger than the age rating on a game will be restricted from playing entirely. Holy shit! Think about that! Similar mandates have existed in China for years, with the real name registration system implemented in 2007. Remember that Blizzard tried to do this shit, and yeah, was it real name ID? Is that what they were going with?
Yeah.
Thank goodness. I'm tired of doing all the parenting in my house. Yeah, I understand, Sam. I hear you. I know that Johnny's friend down the street has Super Murder Ball 45, and my son just needs to have it. And it, if Johnny plays it, how bad could it be?
Never mind. Super Murder Ball in the name.
Yeah.
Or the NC-17 rating on the front of the package.
NC-17 is for movies. It would be AO for video games.
Anarchy Online.
No, adult only. Or M for mature.
We have mature games.
Or T for teen.
Now, the one of those that I could actually maybe not have an issue with would be the financial transactions.
That would actually
Like all of the gatekeeping of the timing. Yes, I agree. That's totally all about the parents. But the money one, okay, I can kind of understand that.
No, I understand that, and to be honest with you, I don't know if like I like you basically limits on spending money, and I also personally, and I know that younger me would be really pissed at me saying this, but not being able to play during the hours of 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. because when you're a kid, sleep is good. Now, of course, once you're out of when is that? Is that while you're under 18 or is that 16? 18, under 18. So basically, when you go off to college, then you're,
Or, you
on your
just, don't let them sleep with their cell phone in their room.
What?
I know, it's like removing an appendage.
Well, for me, because my kids don't have cell phones, it's like,
Well, yeah.
Only allowing them to have tablets for like an hour and a half Saturday and Sunday, and then the rest of the time they'd be put away. I know, crazy. I know, regulating what your kids can do.
Whoa, too much. Are you like China?
No.
You're China to your parents, man. To your kids.
No. And to be honest with you, I wish that I had a little bit more power over what my kid could and can't do on their tablet, because it's age selected. For those of you out there who don't know, the Amazon Fire, they basically say, what age is this child, and then you basically put in the thing and it gives you age appropriate stuff.
Sure.
But there's stuff out there that might be age appropriate, but I don't think it's appropriate because I don't want my kid to literally rot his brain out while watching or playing something absolutely stupid. Gesundheit.
I hear that.
But I mean, it's interesting. I mean, putting restrictions on gaming for little ones.
So here's a question though: what
Yes.
about educational games like Number Munchers?
Number
Or-
Munchers, Math Blaster, Reader Rabbit.
What's
Think
the
Quick.
Doctor something? There's like the Island of Dr. Brain or something.
Yes, Island of Dr. Brain.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yes, Dr. Brain. Yep.
So there's what about educational video games?
Very good. I don't know. I would assume that it would probably, I mean, it'd still be, that's the only type of video game a child should be playing.
Ooh.
Boom. There it is.
There you
I
go.
said it. Walking away. No,
or
seriously.
the original Mario Brothers.
Nah.
No? Too violent?
Yeah.
Jumping on those Oombas?
What are you trying to teach your children? You jump and try to punch through blocks. You step on things that get in your way.
No, it's inspirational. You have to reach for the sky
Oregon
and
Trail.
take it. Or you have to
Ooh.
step over those.
Oregon Trail. That's another one. I can't tell you how many times I lost the vast majority of my party while trying to ford through a river.
And then died of dysentery.
Yup.
So, yep. Thankfully, I don't think we'll see this come to the United States anytime soon.
There's a series of games called Mystery Solvers, Outnumbered, Spellbound, Midnight Madness, Gizmos
yes.
and Gadgets.
Yes, Gizmos and Gadgets.
And some other ones, like Treasure Mountain, I think is one of them. And then there's Operation Neptune. I mean, that's just the bomb. And then what about where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
And of course, all of these things that we're talking about, of course, are very easily implementable by the parents.
Yes.
So you don't want your kids or anybody for that matter, like on my iTunes account, I'm the only one who uses it, but I still have it where if I purchase something, I have to put my credit card information in. Because what happens if my account gets stolen or like I forget my cell phone? Like I don't want to take that chance. Or you could do what some parents do at school, which I like, is if a kid wants to like I'm just throwing out a number. Every month they'll give their kid a $20 gift card for iTunes.
Yep.
That's what they have. The kid can take that $20 gift card. They could save it up. They could spend it, but that's kind of like their iTunes allowance.
That's actually what a lot of people do in general with PlayStation Network purchases.
Yeah.
Simply because Sony did get all the shit stolen from them twice. My shit was stolen once, and then I removed it all because my stuff. All of a sudden, my credit card was being used in some weird-ass city in California at Target for random increments of money. $11, $37, $527.
What is a non-random amount of money to spend at Target, though?
So, like, you want to go in there and, you would think, what would you average? Like, I'll spend close to,
Well, here's my Target problem, right? You
Yeah.
go into Target for like a bottle of toothpaste, and you end up with like shelving and
No, that's
a giant
Walmart.
Santa.
No, that's Walmart.
No, I don't go to Walmart.
No.
No, I hate Walmart.
Target. Oh, God, I hate Target.
Well,
Target's too fucking expensive.
Yeah, but it's got like not chintzy terrible stuff. It's like a little bit
Walmart's
upscale.
got great. Dude, everything I'm wearing is Walmart minus this shirt.
Yeah, and look at yourself. You're wearing like a crappy Hawks shirt. 'Cause the Hawks suck.
No, dude, the Hawks don't suck.
They're below 500.
The season just started.
And
They're
a player got suspended for PEDs.
He's appealing it. Anyways, getting back on topic.
Isn't that everyone?
Yes. I do want to point out that I am wearing an Atlanta Reign shirt. That's our local Overwatch Pro League.
I figured you just like
That
box.
watch is in Walmart. The band is. Actually, you could buy a Fitbit from Walmart.
Did you see who bought Fitbit?
Google.
Yep. The Alphabet is now owning the next watch.
So the question is, in this crazy-ass world that we live in, what is Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Apple...
Facebook?
No. Yeah, Facebook. What are they not going to own? I feel like I'm missing one, too. What do you think about this?
Well, Tencent, if you want to talk China.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. Tencent, let's throw them in there, too.
Um,
What is Tencent not going to own? Because I swear to God, they have a piece of every single pie.
So I saw this weekend.
Yes.
It actually was not a bad movie. I saw the new Terminator movie.
Oh, my God!
No, it's good.
Ah! I'm just
So
kidding.
it basically retcons everything after Terminator 2.
Thank God.
So it really is actually a good sequel to Terminator 2. It basically picks up where it left off. So I would see it, but you see, one of the major producers is Tencent, which makes me cringe a little. But yes, so you're right, though. There is absolutely the large coming together. Or, I know we've talked about ISPs in the past. You look at AT&T, who just got fined $60 million for throttling. Well, guess what magically happened to people's AT&T bills over the weekend?
Reimbursement?
They went up by $10.
Hmm.
So, oh, great. You find them for $60 million. Do you actually think that's coming out of their profits?
No.
No, it's getting passed back down to the consumer. But that's also when you look at, ISPs without the competition. You look at Facebook. I mean, because a lot of them are leaders in their space, so they can kind of do what they want.
Here's a fun story. It turns out that I'm going to be totally honest with you. I don't play a lot of competitive gaming. And I don't play realistic shooters. So like Battlefield and Call of Duty and Counter-Strike and all that stuff. Not really, playing that. But it turns out that when was this article published? So last week. No. What are we in? 2019. That's right. Last week. Chuck would be a natural. No. I would find a way to just shoot myself. Which I think is what I do in Counter-Strike.
I don't think it's a very reasonable escalation.
Anyways, so Valve has shut off the ability to transfer new loot box container keys between users in Counter-Strike Global Offensive because the reason is to crack down on money laundering activity. In the past, most key trades we observed were between legitimate customers, said the company. However, the worldwide fraud networks have recently shifted to using CSGO keys to liquidate their gains. At this point, nearly all key purchases that end up being traded or sold on the marketplace are believed to be fraudulent. Holy shitballs.
I think it makes sense, though. If you want to clean your dollar bills, why not do it through CSGO or use digital marketplace?
Use that digital currency.
Or use the Blizzard real money auction house in Diablo.
Oh, they shut that down, too.
I'll
just sell it on eBay.
Do you see that Diablo 4 has been announced?
Yes.
Apparently, it's a harken back to Diablo 2.
Sweet.
Anyway, so, yeah, that's actually, the story about, basically using keys as a money laundering service.
It's smart.
It kind of makes sense, actually. I don't have any money to launder because I'm too poor.
Yeah.
But if I were going to launder some money, why not?
Also, in law news, Sony has gone ahead and just filed trademarks for PlayStation 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well, they are afraid someone's going to go, well, I'm going to have the PlayStation 11.
Well, it's funny because, you look at Xbox, and you never quite know what the next Xbox console is going to be played. Because it's always got, its secret name, like the Xbox Scarlet, the Natal. It's got its code words. Whereas PlayStation or the Sony's just PlayStation 5. We're boring. We're just going to give it the next number. It's not going to be confusing, unlike Microsoft, who likes to skip from Windows 8 to Windows 10.
Vista.
From Windows
XP.
8 to Windows 10.
Vista. XP.
Vista did not exist.
Me.
98.
Millennium.
SE. Don't forget about
95.
Windows for Workgroup 3.11.
I think I still have one of those install disks somewhere. The Windows 3.1.
Our Bell system at school still runs off of Windows 98.
Sweet.
It's got an old laptop and the keyboard doesn't work, so we have to hook up an external.
That's the way it should be done.
Yeah, it works. It's a frickin' tank.
So, damn it, I had something else I was going to say. Now I can't remember what I was going to say because Zealeus kept talking. No, I'm just kidding.
So, question for you.
So,
what was your favorite game that you played during your Extra Life extravaganza?
To be honest with you, it's one of the games that I played right at the end. It's called Tangle Tower. And I kept having this sort of deja vu deal going on the entire time. Because it turns out that I had played the this is the second game in a series. However, I don't think there's any continuity between the two. I think it's just the same main character, because it because looking back at the first game versus this game, the whole game revolves around someone's murder. Okay, both it's a murder mystery. Like you solve puzzles to try to solve this mystery, the murder. And it turns out that in Tangle Tower, you find out about three families. There's these like the Fellows, the Remingtons, and the Pointers. Turns out that in the first game, back in like the early 2000s, the person that you're trying to solve the murder for is a gentleman with the last name of Remington, which would mean that this has something to do with Tingle Tower. But you don't say, "Oh, I remember my case from blah blah blah" in the first one, and you don't go, "Oh, Remington sounds familiar" in the second one. So, but I actually really I got locked in. I had to figure it out, and there are the developers behind this game are very good at adding additional twists that you're just like, I want to say it's this person, but at the end of the day, it could be anyone. Because everyone's got, it's one of those things where everyone's got secrets, but it's not like the developers trying so hard to try to keep you off the scent.
Yep.
It's like legitimately everyone's got their own reason for this person to be dead. Sometimes it's in a very roundabout way, but there's a potential for the vast majority of the individuals to have killed him.
So did you eventually figure out who was the killer?
I started having a very sneaky suspicion when there was a certain thing that happened in the game, and it turns out I was correct.
Wow.
But it was a hell of a twist because I didn't see the final twist with that character. Because I met her 3 times.
Oh.
I mean, I met that person 3 times. Damn it! I messed up.
I'm not going to remember this conversation anyway.
But anyway, so yeah, I need to write a review for that. And then, of course, I've been playing a hell of a lot of Luigi Mansion 3 because it's a good game. I wish that I was able to jump? Hell yes. But at the same time...
Wait, Luigi can't jump?
No. The only... Because you're wearing...
Are his legs broken?
No, you're wearing a very heavy backpack. That basically sucks up ghosts and anything else. This thing is the most amazing vacuum cleaner I've ever seen. It'll literally suck up everything in the room and still have room for more.
Is it like something out of Ghostbusters?
Yeah, it's like it's basically like a vacuum proton pack.
Dan Aykroyd could have used one of those.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, in Luigi's Mansion, you're trying to solve Peach, Mario, and some of the Toadlets. Get this all-expense-paid trip to this really beautiful hotel. Of course, it's a trap.
Oh, no!
And everyone's captured except for Luigi, and Luigi has to basically reclaim every single floor in the hotel and try to save his friends when they come across.
And he happens to have a giant vacuum?
Oh, no, it turns out that the doctor who he was working with in one of the previous Luigi mansions happened to be in that hotel as well. Because he was tricked as well.
That's super convenient.
Indeed. But the interesting thing is this time you have what's called Gooigi, which is a goo version of Luigi that allows you to basically play as 2 different characters one at a time. You can switch back and forth, so you can kind of like solve puzzles. Gooigi could go through, like, if there's like a metal grate in front of you, he could walk through.
Sure.
But as soon as he hits water, he dissolves.
That's cool.
I can't figure out how to solve one of the rooms because it has to be Gooigi who goes in there, but there's this like river of water that I can't figure out how the hell to traverse because as soon as I touch that water, Gooigi goes.
You know what you should do?
What?
You should go to GameStop and buy one of the game manuals that's going to walk you through all the puzzles, man.
No.
Oh, come on.
I can't even tell you the
It'd
last
be
time.
at the good old days.
I can't tell you the last time that I actually went into GameStop. No, you want to talk about the good old days. Oh my gosh. I can't remember who it was. It was one of our friends that lived in the Norcross area that had a 64. They were playing Zelda, and we got stuck on a part. So we went to the grocery store, and the grocery store had strategy guides for the Zelda. And so literally his parents were shopping, and he was literally, and we were all surrounding him trying to remember as much of the manual as possible so we could go home and or go back to his place and continue to play, but we would have solved all the issues.
Did it succeed?
I think so. I'm a little bit hazy because, it has been
Don't count.
quite a while.
Yeah.
But
Just go with
I think so.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I've never played a Zelda game to finish.
I have played 3 to finish.
I just don't have the patience usually.
Twilight Princess.
I played a good bit of Ocarina of Time. I know I didn't beat it, but I played a lot of that.
Link to the Past.
Mm.
Did I play all the way through Ocarina? I don't think I did.
What about Legend of Zelda?
No, but Link, I did. That's hard as balls.
Was that the one that had like the gold cartridge for
Yes,
the...
yes, and it's in that box right over there.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was a classic.
Indeed. Okay, so let's see here, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank everyone who's already donated to Extra Life for Alter Confusion. If you want to donate, it's not too late. You can still go to extra-life.org and type in Alter Confusion, and you could donate that way. Or if you have a friend who's still trying to reach their goal, by all means, please donate to them. All the money, of course, goes to the children. And that's what's important.
It's all about the children, man.
It's all about the children. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a Patreon, which is all you got to do is go to patreon.com/alterconfusion. And that is your way to help out Alter Confusion in a monetary sense.
Help us. Help you. Help us.
It's a monthly donation or pledge, I guess. And that helps basically keep the lights on, as it were, for Alter Confusion.
You can see us.
Haha. Most of the money is currently...
See, we don't have money for the lights back there. Like, back there, no lights. No lights.
Should we'll go with that, Zealeus. Vast majority of the money is being utilized for podcast hosting, and I know that we should have all the Thursday Night Hangout podcasts up, but they're not there. It's because I'm failing you, ladies and gentlemen. I am so sorry. I have uploaded the vast majority of those podcasts to Podbean. I just haven't actually published them. But I'm going to try to get that shit worked out. Another game that I did play during the 24-hour Gameathon that was quite interesting was Everspace. And Everspace is a game that I actually...
spaceship game.
Yeah, it was a spaceship game.
It looked good.
I had to toggle a couple of the options because apparently what I thought was inverted X and Y was not, because I was just like, why am I going in circles?
It looked like a pretty interesting game, actually.
Yes, it was very interesting. It's one of the... It's a rogue. Where the solar system, it maps your solar map changes every single time, and what's in the areas are going to change as well. And basically, any credits that you make during your run, you can use to do upgrades once you're dead. Now, the thing is that credits don't carry, so you got to use as much as you can before you jump into the next mission, because as soon as you jump in there, your credits get set to 0.
So that was when I was playing Dicey Dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
It's another roguelike, basically pen and pencil or tabletop RPG.
Mm-hmm.
Just turn a video game.
Mm-hmm.
It's roguelike, but nothing carries over. Like you unlock
nothing at all, like your inventory.
Nope. Like you can unlock other characters by beating a dungeon.
Okay.
But as far as stats, whereas like, what's it called? What's the other deck game? The one you saw me play that you recognized. One Deck Dungeon.
Yeah.
It's a really hard game, but at least you get a little bit of experience points for your characters. So you feel like even if you didn't do well, you can at least like unlock things for your characters. Versus Dicey Dungeon, it's just kind of like, nope, too bad.
Well, I mean, so we're talking about roguelike games. Unfortunately, I think that title, roguelike games, is misused in a lot of games. Like, oh, it's a roguelike. To me, a roguelite is randomly generated dungeons.
Okay.
Where you are meant to die several times. and basically you either gain experience or equipment or whatever to basically help you or unlock starting equipment that you can use to help you along. Sproggywood is a great example. It's a roguelike. It's a rogue game. I mean, every single time the dungeon's going to look different, and as you go through the game, you can unlock different items that you can immediately equip instead of finding them in the treasure chest for like better attack or better armor and stuff like that. But there's a lot of people who are like, well, it's a roguelike because I make randomly generated dungeons.
So you're saying like Diablo 2 is a roguelike? Because it has randomly generated dungeons.
No, it's not. It's a hack and slash.
Oh, but randomly generated dungeons, dude.
Yeah, I know. So many games, man. It's
Yeah.
like, I mean, it's play almost any open world game. I mean, it's a roguelike. You could go in any way you want to. It's a new adventure if you go left, right, or up or down.
It's all about the WASDing.
The Wazdada.
To the WASD.
Which, by the way, I know that I harp on this a lot, but ladies and gentlemen, if you become a game developer,
Use WASD.
do not try to do anything other than WASD or the arrow keys because no one's going to understand that shit.
What about ZCVE? I can spread out my fingers
No,
to
I
give
had
them more air.
there was a game that was trying to review. I believe they were using YUHJ. Hooja.
Oh, Hujika.
Hooja. Anyways, so if you are interested in, becoming part of the Alter Confusion supporters, by all means, go to the Patreon thing. Of course, we do our live show every Thursday night on twitch.tv, and if everything's working well, it should be simulcasting on YouTube and Facebook. And I love the fact that that we keep getting dinged. I think it's on Facebook. When we start the stream and we do the non-licensed music, we're still getting dinged for it.
Nice.
It's like, oh no, it's someone's music.
Yeah, ours.
It's everyone's.
It's free
It's
to use.
what do you call it?
Royalty-free music.
Common
Creative Commons.
But yes, so hopefully we're streaming all of those things. And of course, I should probably at some point set up Mixer just for shits and giggles. If you want to find out more information about Alter Confusion, you could go to our Facebook page.
Facebook.com/AlterConfusion.
Of course, we already told you our Twitch, which is twitch.tv/AlterConfusion. You could go to, actually, it's still not listed in the banner below, but our Instagram is Alter Confusion. So if you want to follow us on Instagram, there you go.
That's what the cool kids are doing, man.
Oh, of course. YouTube.
YouTube.com/AltConfusion LLC.
Indeed. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only, the most used social network by a certain person that shall remain unnamed because the guy's wackadooey loony toony. Twitter.
At AltConfusio. But dude, where's my N?
The N would break the internet.
Dun 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 dun.
Da, 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 da. So, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to thank everyone for tuning in to Alter Confusion Thursday Night Hangout. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, criticism for us, just drop them in the chat window or in the comments, or just hit us up through any of the social media means. And we are very willing to have a chit-chat with you.
Chat.
But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning into the Alter Confusion Thursday Night Hangout. For myself, Charlie, and Zealeus, it's been a pleasure giving you everything coming out of our heads, our mouths, and of course, our hearts. Will be back next Thursday, right?
Si, senor.
All right, we'll be back next Thursday for another amazing Alter Confusion Thursday Night Hangout.
And remember, kids, keep on gaming in the free world.
Amen to that, brother. I seriously think I need to just find some time and do like an outro, like, credit roll and.
Is that an outro, man?
No, that is an outro, but like after that, like a special thanks, blah 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 thing. That's just me. I don't know.
I never quite know about you.
No one knows about me. Damn it.
Well, hopefully at least one person in this world does.
You would think that, but do you know that?
I'm fairly confident in this one person.
Are you sure?
Knowing this person, yes.
Hey, have you ever heard of Code Combat?
Yes, I've used it before.
Yes, I'm actually. I actually signed up to do that.
I know it's been in your bookmark hotbar list for the last 6 years.
I know, but I actually started doing it.
No, yeah, I've used it before. It's actually kind of fun.
It is fun. Let me log in.
Holy crap, that interface is very different than the last time I played.
Oh, dude, it's much more advanced than it was before. Like I did. Whoops, shit. Go back to the map.
I mean, it's a cool RPG. I mean, you actually get stats and armor and weapons, and
Yeah,
you
but
have
the
to
problem
code
is,
it.
I've gotten far enough in the game where
Do you have to pay anything yet, or?
no.
Okay.
But the amount of items that I have now is just obscene. I really wish there was a way to whittle it down. Because here, let me just.
Can you type in a code pseudo cell?
Hold on. I'm gonna.
For the win!
Oh my gosh. Oh, you have a pet tiger cat?
Cougar.
Oh.
Yes, I have a enameled dragon blade helmet.
I'm gonna be honest. Your helmet really does not look very good.
But the funny thing is, so you can get all these items early on, right? Some of them, but a lot of the stuff, a lot of the early on coding stuff, they restrict you, and so you have to unequip it, and you have to there's one sword here that you have to have because it's the only sword that has. Yeah, this is right. This one right here. And you just
You have to type in the code.
Yeah. Hero.cleave. Actually, you have to do hero.isReady in parentheses, quotation marks, cleave. If that is, then hero.
So my problem that I'm running into is for our robotics, we do Java. I'm teaching Python in class.
Whee!
Brackets, man.
What about them brackets?
So I'll be doing Python for class.
Mhm.
And then I got to programming stuff for a robot. And I'll be like, if, do something. I'm like, why is this erroring? Oh, I need brackets. Or then I'll be doing Python in front of the class. I'll be like, if, bracket, do stuff. I'm like, why does it give me an error? Oh, wrong interface.
Yo, so nerdy.
Yeah, I hate that. Oh, you know what I really hate?
What's that?
Have you done Python at all?
If I did, it was back in the Full Sail days, and I have buried it.
Dude, Python has the worst for loops in the history of mankind. Python for loops suck. You can't do anything with them. You can basically do a for loop with a range. Versus Java. You could be do my for loop. I could do special because you could check basically your statement. If I is less than 5, do this. Otherwise, add my integer by whatever value I want. And
Mhm.
oh, you can't do that in Python. Sorry. Sucks for you.
Okay.
It just makes me angry.
I'm sorry.
I don't really think you care.
I might.
I don't know.
I might, damn it. You don't even know.
It's just close to my heart, man. I just can't handle the Python for loops. It's not for me. And then it creates a network error, and it's sad. Oh gosh. Still?
I stopped the download of Star Citizen so that I could actually stream because the speed was showing piss poor.
Is this the same thing from Sunday? Saturday?
I turned it off. This is the first time I actually remember to open the fucker back up.
Okay. Fair enough.
I don't know, damn it. I can't keep track of this shit.
How big is this damn game?
Huge.
Are they still collecting money for this?
Hell yeah. So I've got 25 gigs left to download
Good God.
at 6 megs a second.
Good Lord.
So I'll be here for the next year.
Just let it run for the next 8 nights. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll just leave it running. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Zealeus and I are out of here. I know I was supposed to be streaming on Tuesday night, but something at work basically kicked me in the cojones, and I was unable to attend. So thank you, and we'll see you later.